the new seedings, okay? 1 through 7. We went through the playoff matchups, but let's talk about why the 49ers basically have a 2-game buffer.
Okay.
And so walk us through that, Wayne.
Well, I mean, currently they're the number one seed and they have the best record. So that's going to give you that 1 game buffer. And then if you still want to factor in the fact that they hold the tiebreakers, I'm not sure if that's where you were going. I mean, it
Yeah.
does. So, like, let's say that the 49ers just decide to win, right? In order for them to clinch the 1 seed, all the other teams got to lose. So Detroit has to lose, Dallas has to lose again, and Philly has to lose again. Those teams lose all next week, and we beat the Ravens. Then it's all over. The Niners will probably rest players weeks 16 and 17, and it'll be like ready for the playoffs. That'll be a 3-week bye for some of those players. That'd be really good. And so you don't have to worry about it. But let's say if we lose to Baltimore. Baltimore will be the only other game I think the 49ers will lose. If they had to lose, it would be that
Right.
one. Why? Because it's a non-conference game, which means it ain't going to affect the 49ers like it would affect, because they want to remain with 1 loss in the NFC. That means that the Niners get that extra game because all they got to do is beat the Commanders on the road and beat the Rams at home. They'll still have first place at the end of the season.
Yeah, so the conference record, so division record's the most important, but the Niners already won their division. So now you
Correct.
know the division.
Clinched.
We've clinched that. Now we're past that. So then it's head-to-head, which we beat Dallas, we beat the Eagles. We haven't played Detroit. However, they're 6-3 in conference. We're 9-1.
There it is.
We got 2 games that we could lose in conference. Then you get into crazy tie breaks, strength of schedule victory, all that kind of weird stuff. But we don't have to worry about that. I don't think that there's a way that the 49ers lose both to the Commanders and to the Rams.
Correct.
And plus, on top of that, Detroit would have to win out, which I'm not sure they could do that. So the 1 seed's there. And the least important game, I know that it's Monday Night Football. It's the number 1 seed in the AFC. It's the number 1 team in the NFC. It's Christmas. It's going to be incredible football-wise. But from an NFC playoff seeding and from an AFC playoff seeding,
it's the least important.
It's the least important game for both of these 2 teams.
Now, let's just briefly talk a little bit about the matchup from the outside looking in, right? Because when you look at these 2 teams, John, these 2 teams played in 2019, the year the 49ers went to the Super Bowl. Let's see if you remember some of this stuff, right? So in 2019, they played, guess what month they played in?
That was the crazy tear whenever, what's his name? Jaquiski Tart had that fumble, right?
Yeah.
It was December. It was late.
It was early. It was the first week in December, right? So it was a December game because there was no snow yet here on the East Coast, but it was crazy rain. It was a weird rain type of game, not monsoonisk, but rainy, right? And so I remember being there. On top of that, these 2 teams in 2019, their records were 10-2, bro. They were the top of of the conferences in 2019. Who are top of the conferences in 2023, John?
Yeah, it's same.
With 11-3, are we really doing this?
It's crazy, man. And, on top of all that, the spread is the 49ers are 5.5-point favorites against Baltimore. 5.5.
What?
It already opened. Almost a full touchdown already.
Dang.
This team is not the same team as all the other teams.
No, it's
not. I don't have the correct graphic. I
know what you meant though, but and it's not. It's not. But I to bring the game into its fullness of whatever. It's 2 dynamic teams. To me, it's the most dynamic team of the AFC and the most dynamic team of the NFC, which is going to make Monday Night Football probably the most televised Monday Night Football of all time.
It's going to be a blast. Everybody's going to be home. They're going to be tired of their families by that point. And so then it's like, you got to turn the game on. You got to do what you got to do. Let's just be real. Kids are already tired of their gift. Dad put everything together. They're pissed off. I'm telling you, hey, let's just turn on the TV and watch grown men hit each other and let that calm us down.